Sunday Sports Rewind. I'm your host, Chris Barriere. It was a special night at Lambeau last night as the Green and Gold welcomed back a pair of legends and called their names into the Hall of Fame. Donald Driver and Mark Lee, both inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame at Lambeau Field. Driver enters in his first year of eligibility after retiring from pro football in 2013. He spent his entire career with the Pack and currently holds the franchise record for both receptions and receiving yards. Mark Lee waited 26 years for this moment, but the wait for him is finally over. Both players were humbled by the honor and had many to thank. Above all else was the fans.
Every time I come back, you guys still give me love. And I want to thank you guys, and you are truly, truly the best fans in the whole football league.
Now to be in the Packers Hall of Fame, this is the moment we'll share forever. Not just myself, but everyone in this room. To the fans, this night is all about you guys. Every ball that I caught, it was for you.
Well, don't forget now, Donald Driver was a 7th-round pick back in 1999, so the career he had was a bit of a surprise. In fact, many thought he wouldn't even make the team, except, of course, for former GM Ron Wolf.
Ron gets me in his office. He said, listen, there's not one person that believes you're going to make this team, but I do. He said, so I need you to go out there and I need you to work, and I need you to prove everyone wrong. And I looked at him and I said, for real? Not one person think I'm gonna make this team?
That story. Well, for more on Donald Driver, we welcome in Kelly Price to the show. And Kelly, the man not only made the team as a rookie, he had some pretty legendary moments with the Green and Gold. So, what do you say? Let's count them down. The top 5 Donald Driver moments of all time. Take it away.
All right, Chris, coming in at number 5. The 61-yard touchdown catch against the 49ers back in 2010. Driver makes this grab, then escapes from not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, 5, 6 defenders. Are you kidding me? He earned that touchdown.
That's a good one. To number 4, when Brett Favre became the all-time leading passing yards leader, surpassing Dan Marino in 2007. Who was on the receiving end of the catch? Well, who else? Donald Driver. 7-yard catch, one of many between those two over the years.
For number 3, Driver in the fast lane against the Lions here in 2009. This is the moment he becomes the Packers' all-time leader in catches with a one-handed grab before OBJ made that cool for the kids these days. Driver also the Packers' all-time receiving yards leader with over 10K.
Director Jimbo is a Lions fan, not happy to see that twice. Speaking of one-handed catches, number 2, the one-handed catch against the St. Louis Rams. Remember this? A long bomb from Aaron Rodgers to Driver, who was covered well by rookie Bradley Fletcher, but Driver says, welcome to the NFL, young man. That's a good one.
And finally, it wasn't that hard to pick this one, numero uno. Donald Driver adds Super Bowl champ to his res. Super Bowl 45, Packers and Steelers. Driver was actually hurt early in the game with an ankle injury, but returned for the final plays, made 2 catches for 28 yards, helping the Packers win their most recent Super Bowl. And we don't have to tell anyone in this town that Driver deserved the Hall of Fame, but it is fun to look back at that career.
It sure is. Thanks, Kelly. Plenty more to talk about when we come back, including the bright future of one Timber Rattler patiently waiting for his chance at the next step. You're watching Sunday Sports Rewind. Welcome back to the show. Here's what you might have missed in the world of sports today. Final round of the British Open, Jordan Spieth struggled on the front nine with 4 bogeys, but 3 birdies and eagle on the home stretch helped him to a 12-under par. He wins his first Open championship and 3rd major win. Brewers and Phillies wrapping up their 3-game series, picking up bottom of the 5th. Trouble is, well, a brewing. Nick Williams grounds into a potential double play, but whoops, the ball's got some butter on it. Orlando Arcia can't handle it. 4 errors for the crew in the last 2 games. Brewers fall 6-3, and after 47 days alone in first, they're now tied with the Cubs. Here they come. Kelly Price joins us once again to talk some more baseball. The Brewers are struggling, and the Timber Rattlers are also trying to find some traction as well, right, Kelly?
They're definitely trying, and their second baseman, Tucker Neuhaus, has become somewhat of a staple at Fox City Stadium since being drafted by the Brewers in the 2nd round of the 2013 draft. But it's more than baseball that has the Timber Rattlers' second baseman feeling at home.
Neuhaus Although Tucker went to high school in Tampa, Florida, his family has Midwestern roots. He grew up in Minnesota and his grandma lives in Green Bay. Tucker even grew up a Packers fan. His dad Ken played at UW Eau Claire and was a scout for the Reds, so he'll drop some knowledge from time to time.
Well, a couple years ago I was struggling. I remember he told me to back off the plate a little bit, and for the next month I did really well, hit over 300. I was like, all right, I guess he was right. You know how it can be though with a parent trying to tell you what to do. It can get old after a while, but I definitely listen to what he has to say.
Hey, this one's gonna get out of here!
In his third season with the Rattlers, Tucker has shown a more consistent side to his bat. He leads the team in a handful of offensive categories after coming off an injury last season. He credits that success to lessons learned playing winter ball in Australia.
That was by far the best experience of my life. The baseball was really relaxed. Obviously you can have a bunch of fun here, but that just gave you a different perspective on baseball and kind of took it back to almost a childhood love for the game.
The Brewers farm system was ranked 5th best by MLB.com, a major focus in the organization's rebuilding process. And Tucker says that talent level is evident every day he's in the Wisconsin clubhouse.
Being able to play with a bunch of guys who chances are going to have successful careers in the major leagues, whether I'm there with them or not, I think it'll be cool just to look back, but especially just the competitive atmosphere. Like, you're just in an organization where you're competing with other guys, but it's fun because we all feed off each other and you're with a bunch of good players, which I think rises your game.
Did he hang on? Yes, he did!
He's led by example. He's not a huge rah-rah guy or a very outspoken guy. You can see that he's pretty calm, pretty collective when it comes to competition. He's been there before. He has more experience than most of the guys we have on our roster.
Just I've matured a lot on and off the field. At the end of the day, it's baseball. Whether it's in the big leagues or playing Little League, we need to remember that it's baseball. We should have fun with it as much as we can.
Tucker Neuhaus here with the crutches in the dugout today. He's on the 7-day DL after leaving Friday's game with what looked like a knee injury. As for his Timber Rattler teammates, it was all knotted up 4-all from the 5th inning until the 13th. This Dylan Bordeaux triple brings home run number 6 as West Michigan pulled ahead by 2 here in the 13th. Your final score, 6-4. T-Rats dropped this one. So not exactly the best ending to that story, but hey, there's no crying in baseball, right, Chris?
I suppose that's right, Kelly. Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, there we go. That's all the time we got. Kelly Price, I'm Chris Barriere, and our entire production crew is saying good night. Thanks so much for watching.